What's up, YouTube? This is Brian from Team Boardwipe, and my biggest fan, Izzy. She just wanted to say hello. We're going to do a deck profile from this last weekend's regional, and Izzy hasn't made an appearance in a while, so here she is. There she goes. Alright, we'll just get right into it. Play Danger Dark World FTK, because FTKs are fun, I think. I don't know. Minority opinion. 3 Danger Nessie, 3 Snake, 3 Jackalope, 3 Chupacabra. These are the ones that have the best effects going first. Played 3 Mothman too. It's an effect that is relevant going first. It's not like amazing, but it's okay. It helps you dig through your deck. But it helps your opponents dig through their hand traps. So, and pluses and minuses. I also played 3 Dogman. Effect. Its discard effect doesn't like do anything, but it's level 7, and Tomahawk is a good card from what I hear. So we played 3 of that, and then 1 Bigfoot, 1 Thunderbird. These don't do anything going first, and they're not 7s, so I didn't want to play multiples, because multiples of any of the dangers isn't like amazing. It makes them worse in hand than they could be, so I didn't want to have to play multiples if I didn't have to, so I didn't, and it worked out fine. Those are the danger cards. I played 3 Snow, 3 Brow, 2 Grapha. A lot of people are playing 1 Grapha. I wanted to mitigate DD Crow's impact on me. I wasn't going to play 2 Cannon Soldier, because you can Levier Cannon Soldier back if they crow it. If they crow a Grapha, it's not like too difficult to get to another Grapha. There's a lot of draw power, and Curious is a card, so I played 2. It worked out. Nobody ever crowed me, so it never came up, but that's why I didn't play 1, and then 3 and 3, because these are good off the discards. And then I played 1 Shadal Beast, good card to send off Curious just to get your engine going, get Darks in the Grave for beginning of the end. And 1 Toon Cannon Soldier, because I don't own a real Cannon Soldier. Those are the monsters. For spells, played 3 beginning of the end, because it says draw 3 cards, and drawing 3 cards is amazing, so we do it. 3 Allure of Darkness, and then 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Soul Charge, 1 Card Destruction, 1 Upstart Goblin. Because they're all, this is just a consistency card, and these 3 are very powerful one-ofs that in a deck that goes through cards like this, you see as often of at least of 2 of. Like I saw all these cards all day, activated them a lot. It was great, and they're very strong, so it was nice. That's the main deck. 40 cards, super consistent. Danger cards are super fun also. And winning is fun too, and I did that a lot. Extra deck, we played Tomahawk and Levier. Tomahawk for obvious reasons. I'll get into the, I'm not going to do a full combo, but I'll kind of show you like the basic of the deck and what you want to do. And I played Levier in case they crowed the Cannon Soldier, because crowing the Cannon Soldier was the only way I couldn't do the combo. And we play level 3s, so I wanted to make sure I could do the combo as often as possible through as many hand traps as possible, and this was how to mitigate crow. So I did that. It never came up though. Firewall Dragon, because it's the best card in the game, should be banned. Curious is really good in this deck. It's really easy to make with all the darks, and all the dangers are different types. So it's good to get pieces of your engine. Summon Sorceress is an amazing card, probably arguably one of the second best cards of the deck, or in the game. And then you make Summon Sorceress with Ruperdacus and Link Spider. You can make it with some Cybers cards. I never made it with anything other than these 2. Because you make it off the Tomahawk tokens, you make Ruperdacus, and then one of the tokens is Link Spider. And you go to Summon Sorceress and points to a token, and you summon Cannon Soldier. Very good. Space Insulator is one of the darks you use for Curious if you do the Tomahawk play first and go to Summon Sorceress. Summon the Cannon Soldier, and then make 2 of the tokens in Space Insulator. And then with the Cannon Soldier, Summon Sorceress and Space Insulator, you make Curious, and then you just keep going. Nightmare package is Mermaid, Cerberus, Double Phoenix, and Unicorn. You need a way to link away a Nightmare into a Mermaid to trigger Firewall at the end of the combo, so you can get the Cannon Soldier and Dark Worlds on field and then loop them. And then this is probably the best to play 2 of, just because there's a lot of back row decks between Altergeist and Sky Striker right now. So I played 2 Phoenix instead of 2 Cerberus. And I played Underclock. I don't know if I need it. I made it once or twice, but its effect is never relevant. It's a dark. It's a Link 2, and it points down. That's about it. And then Borrelsword Dragon I played as the 15th spot because it makes it really easy to kill people. If you can't loop them, you can probably Borrelsword them going second. And I did. I killed... I won at least one game with Borrelsword. I won most of my games looping people. I did it 5 times the first 3 rounds, and then I just stopped keeping track because it was amazing. For the side deck, 3 cherries. Played 3 Droll, but I had to give them back to somebody I borrowed them from. And then 2 Kaiju. I think the cherries and the Drolls are the most impactful hand traps. They're really good. The Droll really hurts the FTK. I only FTK'd once through Droll. That's because I had a Tomahawk play, and it's because I had like a Dogman and a Jackalope, and I revealed Dogman and he discarded Jackalope. So I used 2 cards to make a Tomahawk, did some plays, and then I think I had Cannon Soldier in hand, sent Grapha off the Curious, and milled the Dark World monster. So that's how I was able to do that through Droll. But usually Droll really hurts, and then Cherries is really impactful, and it's a dark, so good allure targets if they're not really, if you draw too many of them. Same with the Kaijus for the Thunder Dragons and Sky Striker, and that's also a level 7. Sometimes if you need to reborn it to make a Tomahawk, that's how you do it. Double Twin Twister, Double Book of Eclipse. For Thunder Dragon, for back row, I drew it once against Thunder Dragons and I discarded off a Nightmare instead because I needed different cards because it just wasn't a danger card. But I don't know. In theory, it seems good. I don't want to play too many Twin Twisters because I don't want to be like, the dangers have discard effects, yes, which in theory is like, oh, that's really good with Twin Twister. But like half the dangers aren't amazing with Twin Twister, and then the other half, they're just better if you have more cards in hand, because the danger effects are better if you reveal them and they discard something else. And that's really easy to do if you have more cards in hand. And Twin Twister gives you less cards in hand, so I didn't want to play 3. Maybe 3 is okay because they do have discard effects, so it's not like they're bad. But the dangers aren't their best when you have more cards. So I didn't want to like play a bunch of cards that give me less cards. But Twin Twister is really good, so maybe that should be 3. I know this card sucks. It doesn't suck. It's an amazing card. But it sucks in this deck, and I shouldn't have played it. And I don't know why I did. But I wrote it on my deck list because resolving it usually means you win the game. But like if you discard it off a danger card, then you can't resolve it because it's in your graveyard. And it's the reason we don't play Call by the Grave, but I played this, and like I got lucky. I drew it once against a Draco player, and I didn't discard off my first danger effect, and then he flipped Monarch's Erupt on me, and then I had it, so it was good. But like in theory, it's bad, and I shouldn't have played it, but I did anyway, and it was a mistake that we won't be making in the future, but I don't know what it's going to fill those slots yet. Essentially, the goal is to get a Tomahawk, which is a 2 level 7s, so Dogman, Nessie. And then if you have the 5 tokens, what you do is Tomahawk and one of the tokens to the side, you get away to make Reaper-Docus, then Reaper-Docus, and then a Link Spider, and then effects to make them the same type, and that's when you go into Summon Sorceress. You get the Toon Cannon Soldier, and then from there you can use 2 of the tokens to make Space Insulator. And then you make Curious with these, and then you send either a piece for your combo or Shadal Beast from your deck, and then you mill cards. And like you just use the dangers in the beginnings and the ends. At this point alone, you have the 2 dangers you use to make Tomahawk. You have a Space Insulator, you have a Summon Sorceress, and you have a Toon Cannon Soldier. So that's 6. Whatever you sent off Curious is 7, and then you mill 3 more cards. So you have at least 7 darks in your grave, and which means you can beginning of the end. So it's just really, once you get to Tomahawk, it means you have a lot of darks in grave, and it makes all of your spells live. And it's just, from there, it's really hard to lose because you just keep plussing off the dangers and just do a bunch of crap. So getting to like, it's hard to lose when you get to Tomahawk. I don't think I summoned Tomahawk and lost unless I summoned it as a last resort to try and get to links because I was pushing through back row or something. But that's the general idea of what you want to do. I'm not going to do a full combo because that's going to take too long, and if I draw a dead hand, it's going to take even longer. But that's it. Shout outs. are to Team Board Wipe for Jake. Basically, he gave me the deck on Friday. He was like, here, I did a couple test hands with this. It's really good. Play it. And I was like, all right. And I did well. So I was like, neat. That's been happening a lot. He gives me all my decks, and then I go top events. Shout out to Rising Star Games, Oakdale, Minnesota, the store that sponsors Team Board Wipe. Shout out to Team Enforcers in Iowa. I rode with them to the event. They had a spot in their car for me, so that was nice. And then shout out to my biggest fan, Izzy. I think she's gone. Oh, she heard. She knows. She knows. She hears her name and she knows she is summoned. Best cat in the world, biggest fan. I always win with her by my side. And that is all. Thanks, you two.